Hello and welcome back to Japan. So, last time we switched to Soryu and we took a little bit of land. Now, I had previously thought this was all the land we need for a duchy, because looking at the duchy, it's obviously this bit of land, this bit of land, and this bit of land. But then I went to actually go and create the duchy. I was like, okay, so what do I actually need to create it? So we need the money, obviously, but then I noticed that we don't have 50% of the de jure counties, which doesn't make sense, because obviously we do, because we have 2 out of 3. Except that there are 4. And it leads you to the question, where's the 4th one? And then you realize that these islands are actually part of our duchy. So we need to grab these islands. Essentially, these need to also be something that we hold. So we're going to do that. We're going to walk over there and we're going to take them. I'm going to say no to that feast. And this person is not part of a bloc, so we're going to take them. In terms of other things, though, we are obviously a member of this bloc, and we're the head of the bloc. However, the bloc is losing a ton of cohesion. I mean, think about how we want to deal with this. Here's what I think we should do. Because it's losing cohesion because they're all of a different government, and they're not switching their government types. So what I should do is just kick everybody who's a different government type. Now, the negative of this is that then makes us weaker, which is not good. So it leads you into an interesting question where it's like, okay, so obviously I should kick them. But do I want to keep the bloc going? I don't know, maybe I should kick people who are causing a lot of cohesion loss who are adding no power, right? Like these guys, I should just kick them. They're adding nothing to our bloc except cohesion loss. And I should try and keep the cohesion loss to a minimum for a while and then just see where we can end up, right? I think if we can get this down to a low number, I'm happy leaving the bloc around for a little bit in order to give us a defensive pact, essentially. And I'm fine losing the cohesion. I think that's going to be our easiest way of handling things. Let's start by just ejecting some people. It costs you 100 prestige to do that? And I can't leave the bloc. Because the leading house cannot leave a bloc. Okay, never mind. We're just going to... we're just going to wait for it to fall apart by itself. Never mind. Changed my mind. Also, people were saying you did all that work for a pardon, and then you immediately declared war, which meant you were a criminal again. Yeah, that was a little weird. It's also a little weird because, obviously, although you can petition for Soryu fief, you're still a criminal when you declare war, so why would you bother petitioning? Right? You're still going to be labeled a criminal when you declare the war. And it was when you declared the war and when you enforced demands. So it's not even like you could build up a pardon and then use the pardon like when you declare war. I guess you could use it at the end of a war, right? You could build up a pardon and get a hook, wait till the end of a war, then use it to get your forgiveness, but it's not perfect. I think the best answer is probably just make this guy like you, which I think might be where we end up trying to go with this. I do want to declare that war. I'm just thinking that's probably not going to be received well. Also, it's going to mean that we're weaker because I'm going to have to give up Nita for a little bit. Although, we should do it though because they're not in a bloc and they have no strength. Yeah. But will they? The thing is, they could join a bloc at any moment, and at that point, it suddenly becomes a problem. If I do a bloc expansion, is that okay? That'll be considered a crime. Okay. And it cost me too much prestige. Okay, so actually I would have to take a fame hit, and he would hate me even more. Yeah. Well, actually, I don't know whether that's him hating me more, or whether that's the initial crime. I need to just wait, I think. I think, unfortunately, although I'd love to declare that war, we have to wait for this to build up. We have to wait for a prestige to build up. Yeah, I think it's just a matter of unpausing then. Okay, that's fine. We could try and form an alliance with our Kampaku. We could see whether we can marry into his family. I don't have any family Oh no, my son can marry as well. Let's see, let's find a spouse for you. So what's his house? His house is Hoki. Okay. So let's go to our son. Let's see whether you can marry anyone in Ho. He? Just kind of looking for the house. There we go, house. You can marry her. Perfect. That just improves house relations. It doesn't really get us anywhere, but that's fine. Although it would then mean that Scaly goes by him. So you'd end up with intelligent, scaly children. Scaly's fairly bad. And it's not directly with him. Yeah, okay, let's clear that one then. Right. In which case, let's use marriage court filter. Let's set the inheritable traits on. You can marry someone else of the Fujiwara dynasty. Yeah, I think that's reasonable. Yeah, that's fine. So it's with house Nanki, which is not the right house, but there you go. Right. I would like to marry somebody in your court. Let's just see who we've got. So I'm assuming these must be your grandchildren? Oh, they're no relation to you. Oh, this is your... Oh, no, this is your daughter. Okay, and this is also your daughter. I don't know why they weren't eligible to... Unless it's a different house Hoki. Yeah, I don't know why they weren't eligible to marry our son. Maybe it would just be you would just say no. Oh, you would say no to this one as well. Ah, I see. Yamato reluctant to marry other cultures is a big negative to us. Like how our high legitimacy counts in here. I'm fairly certain we don't have legitimacy. So, it's a little weird. What if I did a grand wedding? You would say yes if I held a grand wedding. I'd have to hold it in 5 years. Get us an alliance with the Kampako. He could still imprison us, though. It would make him like us better. It's going to cost me quite a lot of money. See, in 5 years, we'll have earned... We'll have enough for it if we want to, I think. Let's say that we'll do it. And let's see what he says. Okay, cool. That's fine. Pay ransom. Yeah, okay, you can pay a ransom. That's acceptable. I also have this person in my prison. I could let them go for 30% house relations, but I would gain stress. Okay. I could also recruit them. I could also behead them. Or I could just leave them in prison, I guess. Until they offer themselves a way out. Or somebody pays the ransom or something. Like, maybe they can have an event that pops up saying, I would like to leave the prison, and then I can say yes, and I won't take any negatives from it. That's kind of what I was meaning. House left block. Fantastic. Great news. Thank you for leaving the block. If more people were like you, we'd be fantastic here. House left block. Great. Love to see it. We're down to 8%. Yeah, the block's just going to fall apart. That's absolutely fine, though. I'm not worried about it. It's a well-known fact that courtiers will scheme and plot, but I'm able to use this to my advantage. If I can keep my courtiers suspicious of each other and distracted with infighting, they will not have the time or resources to scheme against me. Because of my dread, I can say, actually, just give me prestige and intrigue lifestyle. Yeah, okay. I'll do that. That's fine. Okay. It's holding starting to build up a little bit, which is good. I can designate a guardian. I don't need to. Payments. Yeah, it's fine. Okay. Continue just chilling for a little bit. Future educated child. Okay. So our house block, Miyako block is gone. I see. New block is the Sato block. Okay, it's replaced Saga as the leader of the Sato block, I see. And then there's a new block for you, which is probably the same. You're probably in my block. Son is leaving my court. I mean, you don't have to if you don't want to. Okay, well, whatever. Your partition law is no longer valid and was replaced with Confederate partition. Oh, there goes my theory about how partition was working. Well, that's annoying. So I thought it was giving us partition because we'd reached early medieval, but maybe it was, and then it went, well, actually, you don't have hereditary rule, so you can't have partition. Yeah, so we very much would like to, before this character passes away, get that last bit of land and create the duchy. That would make our life a lot easier. But anyway, it's all fine. Pressed Orchid needs repaired. I'll pay the 38 for that, that's fine. Okay. We have the prestige to declare war. I'm going to wait to see how this goes. And we'll decide whether we're going to do it. Sway, religious convictions. I've gotten an idea into my head to align Kampaku Tokunaga to my interest. Perhaps I could argue that it's in the interest of all Pundarisks to support me rather than any other Shinto ruler. Or I can just get 30 opinion. Yeah, give me that 30 opinion. That's great. Okay, so he now likes us a little bit more. He has an alliance with us. Time to declare war. Right. Yep. That seems fine to me. We're already a criminal. So, like, what's the double criminal? It's not really anything, is it? Let's attack. We have to pay a little bit to get on the boats, but that's absolutely acceptable. I will pay that to get on the boats. Okay, to put on an act. An overheard whisper and a sharp glare are the final pieces that makes the puzzle fall into place. My daughter-in-law, Toko, is more well-versed in the art of intrigue than she would have everyone believe. To know there's a woman like that at court, makes me rather nervous. However, I might learn a lot if I can get her to trust me. Okay. And convince her we're cut from the same cloth, or the risk is too great, I can't trust her. Let's say we're cut from the same cloth. Okay, also, do I want to stay in this? Probably not. I probably want to switch to Marital, but we'll wait a second. It takes many days, but at long last I coincidentally stumble upon Toko while she is alone. Lady Toko, I've been meaning to... If you walked into a room to find your spouse yelling at a young page for dropping a plate, what would you do? Is he testing me? Maybe this is an opportunity to convince her that we have a lot in common. Oh, I would definitely jump in on the yelling. We're sadistic. In the middle of a march to battle, just as you're setting up camp, an officer approaches you to ask what should be done for the spy that's been caught. Make an example of him. Obviously. Her eyebrows creep down. Her gaze grows cold. You make a decision, say that all taxes in a county will be raised, and it comes to your attention that one of your vassals openly questions that decision. How do you react? No one questions me. I would confront the vassal. I'd appreciate it if you do not approach me again. I mean, that's fair. That's fair. My responses did make me sound like a crazy person. I captured their leader. Wonderful. I will enforce demands. I kind of just wanted the war over, so I just thought I'd just go with it. We could have ransomed her back and then sieged it all down, and got the money for the ransom, but I kind of just wanted the land. Okay. I've been invited to a feast somewhere. We'll hold off. I need to save my money just for a couple of months. But now we should be able to make the duchy if we had the money. Yes. Okay. So I need to save my money for a couple of months. Then we can spend it on all sorts of things. Also, I think her domain limit will go up when we become a duke. It usually does, because you see count gives you +2 here. But I don't know whether it's going to make our maximum domain limit go up. Ooh, grand tournament. I can't go to it. I can't go to it. I have to make the duchy. There we go. I was just convincing myself. You have to do this. Soryo counts and Ritsuro governments cannot usually create de jure duchies on the island of Japan. Huh? Soryo rulers may bypass this by using the assert regional dominance decision. Okay. So, the empire is rudderless. It is necessary for strong warriors to steer local leadership, while the tiller of state remains unmanned. Local lords will see the wisdom in this or be swept away by a sea of arrows and fire. So I would gain the duchy. I would also gain the last bit of the duchy as well. Interesting. And it would gain legitimacy. Wait, yeah, it says it will move my legitimacy. I do have legitimacy. Never mind. I take it back. I do have legitimacy. I completely missed that. I didn't have it as Ritsuro, but I do have it as Soryo. My mistake. Apologies. So your legitimacy has to be level 3. Your domicile must have the manor domicile building or higher. Your house must have a fully upgraded strength or determination house aspiration. You lead a strength or determination house aspiration block with a concerted level. We could have bypassed the final one, actually, had we joined a strength block and then made ourselves in charge, like we did. Interesting. Well, it's not impossible. How much is it to upgrade our strength one? Oh, it's just recalculating the powerful families, I think, there. Wait, how do I see my house aspiration now? The screen has changed. How do I... Wait, was it not up here? I guess I go into here. Then I go into... Well, I see, I can see strength. How do I access it? I'm sure the screen is different. Do I do it in here? Yeah, because I'm sure there was a button to get you there from there. Interesting. So in 18 months, if I had another 4,000 prestige, I could do that. Okay. Well, I mean, that gives you a way for us to... That gives us some goals, right? We have to get legitimacy. We either have to get the domicile building, have strength upgraded, and we need 1,000 prestige. Okay. And I didn't need to... I guess I didn't need to declare that war either. That was, I guess, unnecessary. Because I could have just done it, I guess. And I would have got the duchy. Huh. Interesting. Anyway, I'm going to wait for one more lifestyle perk, I think, before we switch off of lifestyle, just because we're 75% of the way through it. Sorry, it was this completely separate train of thought that was going at the same time. I guess we should, given I don't care about money anymore, we should go and do this activity, right? Yeah, I guess we should go and do this activity. That makes sense to me. We'll do train for a tournament first. I know it costs me prestige, but it gets us well trained, which means that we'll be better in tournaments, which will then get us prestige. And then we're going to go. Let's go. Wonderful. I don't need to do anything else while I'm on the way. I may have to give up Nita, though. It may be worth keeping it, though. It's probably worth... Yeah, it's probably worth keeping. That's okay. Let's go. Because it's only a 20% penalty, right? We can have a look in here to... actually be in here to find that out. In one of these ones. There you go. Wait, it should tell you on one of these. I guess we have no... Oh, we have no negatives yet because it doesn't kick in for a year. That's why I can't find anything that says what the negative actually is. Traveling troop. When do we need to get there? Or when does the tournament start, I guess I should say. Okay, 47 days till it begins. And we are how many days away? 3 months. Are we going to make it in time? It might be rounding up. Even then, I don't know. Anyway, we're going to do the well-deserved break. Echoing horns. Their echoing call of horns fills the air as we traverse the mountains near Wakasa. The hill forts resonate with sound, a call to arms that has been sounded through generations. Mere seconds after the first blaring, a throng of garrisoned Yamato warriors emerge from the closest fortification, charging a group of terrified highwaymen and bandits. We can help them. Can't say I become wounded, but we get a lot of prestige. Try and get the money. Yasuhito will help them, or this is not our battle. We'll help them. We killed Yasunori over here. Okay. Bunch of prestige. Guardian Angel. This is my half-brother saving my wife. We're going to say, must make haste. A Yamato medicant. We've heard that Kaga is a land lousy with holy men traveling in impoverished conditions, living often on faith alone. One such medicant has approached our caravan, speaking of his interpretation of Buddha's will and how to lead a pious existence. The impoverished creature seems loath to part with our party, but perhaps I can get rid of him. You can just burn him. Yeah. Burn him. And we have arrived. Okay. We are qualifying. Oh, it's a duel. I should have checked that first, I guess. Let's go tourney grounds. Feathered entertainment. This is the bird that wins the race. We're gonna say, I could learn a thing or two and get the falconer experience. How long have we got to the next one? 20 days. Oh, 10 days. So I can visit one on when it goes down to 1 day remaining. Okay. Let's wait a little bit here. Right. Let's go to the tent camp. Add air. The moment I walk into camp, I'm greeted by a pungent smell. Covering my nose with as much grace as I can while trying not to get sick, I'm approached by Arisuke holding a handkerchief over his own nose. You should go away, my lord. Contestants are getting ill, harmed by the bad air. And try and find the explanation. Tournament has been cursed, or why should I care? Let's say the tournament has been cursed and get my score to increase. Now it is a duel. Okay, we're probably not the best person for a duel contest, but that's okay. Hey, our level of fame went up. Means that we get more secular opinion and more knights. I'm ready. I'm going to face... Oh, I'm going to face the Emperor. Oh. Okay. Interesting. I'm ready. By any means. I swing and swing again, battering away Tomoyoshi's guard. A hefty shoulder push sends him skidding backwards, legs akimbo, and I see a golden opportunity. Acting entirely on instinct, I swim my leg through a long arc, the foot thundering into his groin with a heavy thud. You think that's done? You think that's acceptable? Kicking the Emperor in the groin? I think that's probably frowned upon. Anyway, Tomoyoshi lets out a cry somewhere between a gasp, a cough, and a groan. Trembling fingers barely grasp the weapon as his eyes immediately cross with pain. Within seconds, he is doubled over, barely able to stand. So I'd say, I've got you now, increase my score, lower my prestige, and gain low blower. And he hates me, or I didn't mean to. I'm going to have to take the hit here. Yeah. Okay. 40, 54, 58. Okay, so we're going to go for the prowess intrigue. One final bluff. We lost. We could have increased our score a lot, but I did feel like actively lowering our prestige and harming the Emperor was probably not the right plan. Okay. Let's see. Semi-finals. And so these two people are fighting and Akina is through to the final. Okay. And Hisato decided that he would defeat the Tenno. So there we go. Now we have these two people in the final. My money is on Hisato, I think, but we'll see. And the winner is... Could be anyone. Could be us. No, it couldn't. It was Akina. RL. There you go. We get some prestige for qualifying. Oh, no, we don't. We get duelist for qualifying. Which gives you prowess and prowess per level of fame, which is nice, but not too much else. Boisterous revelry. Food and drink is abundant during the tournament to the delight of the attendees. This is the one where we can decide to get people drunk or get drunk. I am going to rile them up, which will make me lose some stress. Not that I had any, but it will also give us a chance of getting some intrigue, which I didn't get. Alright, cool. Carrying on. Probably tent camp next. Tournament tales. A small crowd is gathered around a passionately orating Lady Haruko, and they seem to be listening intently. True success springs from an undistracted mind, she maintains her eye contact. Suppress memories which distract you and use your opponent's weaknesses against them. Let me tell you the tale of when my father, Sumikiyo, died from being ill. What a wild just twist in terms of tone. Anyway, almost half an hour passes, but it feels like mere seconds. She sure knows how to spin a tale. I'm going to take the moderate score increase. Okay. Tourney grounds? Yep. Oops, something popped up. We didn't manage to sway the Kampaku this time. Okay. Almost there. Marching into the tourney grounds, I join a group of contestants exchanging common stratagems, hinting dramatically at flourishes yet to come. A few spectators already look down at us, chewing roasted meat and spitting bones. The churls call for a spectacle. Some of us gripe at this distraction from training, others amidst the hollering insist that it's become a moment for proving. Do we try and improve our score and get some prestige, or say, what are you looking at? I'm going to grab myself the prestige, that's why we're here. So, let's do that. And then, it's time to show the world my skill. I guess, yeah, you do get prestige just for qualifying for tournaments, so I guess we did get prestige. We just didn't get extra prestige at the end for the previous one. Okay. Wild cheers erupt from the gathered crowd as Fumio finishes his recital with a flourish and a bow. The only person who isn't whistling and clapping is, as it happens, myself. How could he have known? Is it planned, or perhaps somehow by a machination of the Magatsu Kami, it was simply a coincidence that Fumio's verses ended up almost identical to my own? We can say it's all in the delivery. We get wit experience, which will actually put us pretty close to level... Yeah, pretty close, but not quite there, to level 2 in wit. And it will increase our score. Time to improvise a result... or this was planned, judge. Let's say it's about the delivery. Okay. Taking an opportunity. Another verse done, another smash hit with the crowd. I'm very much enjoying myself, and the noisy appreciation of the mob only lifts my spirits higher. As I take in some applause after a particularly witty line, I can see one of my opponents, Yoshihisa, rehearsing his lines with something of a scowl on his face. A further burst of ovation confirms my suspicions. He is clearly less than happy with the reception I'm getting. I'll accept that he's less than happy and increase my score. Okay. Word to the wise. So this is the one where we pick the highest number, which is 64 in this case. And nothing happened. We got the neutral option. And we won. Fantastic. Well, good to see it. So we'll get a prize, which could be anything. And we get some prestige for winning. And iambic virtuoso, which gives us extra diplomacy. Wonderful. And money. And now... is concluded, and we got a prize necklace, which is garbage. We also gained experience in foot for some reason, despite not doing anything related to foot, and a ton of wit experience. Oh no, actually, so, never mind, jewel was foot. I was thinking like wit wasn't foot, but no, that makes sense. No, the jewel was foot. Also, we get some legitimacy, which has raised it to 3, which means that we've now achieved something else, and we got poet trait experience, and yeah, it's all sorts of good stuff. Right. Okay. Oh, back up here. So now if we check the assert regional dominance, all we need is one of these 3 things. So domicile getting mana, I think, is also like very doable for us, because that's the next one, right? Yeah, that's the next one. So literally all we're missing from that is Manneralism. So in 24 years we will get that guaranteed. Well, 26, because you need the 2 years to build it. However, that's going to take a little bit too long for us. So I would very much like to get the fully upgraded strength, I think. I think that's our easiest way of doing that. Yeah, we have to get 5,000 prestige, but we can do that. That's possible. Right, also, this necklace, is it worse than any of the other stuff? I mean, the religious carving is pretty garbage. Like, it's fairly garbage. I'm going to take off that, and I'm going to put on the prize necklace, and then I'm going to destroy this. At the very least, this is a masterwork trinket, which means it can be upgraded twice by our antiquarian, so there's some benefit there, but yeah, they're all pretty bad, but that's okay. Hey, new intrigue perk. We're going to grab, I don't know, how about disrupt schemes efficiency, and then we're going to move you back to actually disrupting schemes like you should be. That seems good. And then we're going to switch. Now, we could switch to Martial, and there's a lot of good benefits to switching to Martial for us now. We can go down absolute control. We can get some bonuses like Stalwart Leader that allow us to lead armies. You know, there's bonuses to defending, which we might have to do. There's the good stuff in here. The other option is we go something like Diplomacy. We go down the middle path and try and get the bits that increase prestige, but percentage prestige increases are not that good. It also allows us to get Groom to Rule. We could have 1 prestige extra per month. it could help. There are other options on top of that. Would be to go to stewardship and then try and get money this way. I don't think we can use extort subjects, but we could just move down there, get things, I guess. I don't think Wanderer is really for us. I don't think there's anything in Scholar I want right now. I think that Martial makes the most sense for us. And let's grab the control growth, which will mean that these two holdings will start to actually gain a lot more control, which will be good. Right, let's go. Hey, new martial lifestyle perk. It must have been like just enough, just off like one perk's worth of experience. Single points. These two are incredible. This one means that we can lead armies. This one means that we can get extra control growth in those two holdings, which we're going to take. So now this is going up by how much per month? Well, 1.3 per month, which is good. And then this one is going up by 0.7. So that is actually going to start adding up over time. Also, this is getting a lot of development. Is that from nearby holdings? From neighbors, 0.9. Yeah, so you get a ton of bonuses from that. Cool. Okay. Neat. Well, we're now back. And now we can decide what we're doing next. Could do a hunt, I suppose. Actually, well, yeah, we could do a hunt, or we could do a feast. But I just want to see. So this was got... Oh, wait a second. We don't have the negative here anymore. We don't have the recently held hunt. So let's just hold a hunt then. Also, because I built this shrine, it's now somewhere for us to visit to get mystic trait experience. Ooh, we should do that at some point. Okay. Let's increase our success chance. And then we can invite everybody to slay the beast. Cool. That's what we want to do. We start at 53% chance now. But yeah, I forgot we were building that. So this is this new shrine that we built here, which is going to give us even more holding taxes in our county and even more development growth, and it's just all sorts of good stuff. Okay, cool. Back in here. Wait for everyone to arrive. It's only going to be a couple months. Outliving a child. My daughter has died in childbirth. But I do now have 2 grandchildren. Okay. Cool. And my alliance expired. Also, my counselor died, apparently. That might be in the same person. Oh, right. You're a powerful vassal, I see. I was wondering why he was at the top of the list, but yeah, I forgot he would have a powerful vassal, because he's our only vassal. Let's put this person in instead. Right. That's fine. Back to hosting the activity. Okay. We got more development growth. Oh, we got 75 development growth here. Wonderful. And control growth. We should definitely hold an event over here if we can in Naka next. But that means that we're now up another development. So we're now at 23 development. It's great. What do I want to hunt? Well, let's go for the stag. Illegal prey. Poachers here in the Sorio forest. They huddle together as I ride up with my guards, making a poor job of hiding the dead stag behind them. We did not do this. Please have mercy, glorious Sorio. I can hang them. I can get poacher training. The animal is mine along with fines for their lives, or get out of my woods. I don't want to lower my success chance. We'll just say get out of the woods. Swampy encounter. The ground grows wetter and the air heavier as we ride deep into the wilderness of Miyako. Suddenly, from out of the greenery surrounding us, a giant of a man appears, hulking in layer upon layer of dirty clothing. He shouts, "Explain yourself. What are you doing in my marshland?" We get local guide for 15 years, which will increase our success chance, it says. But it's also going to decrease it in the short term. Let's talk this through. Get listen to local concerns, potentially. Finally, something to hunt. Greatly increases our success chance and he's killed by us. We do get killed local. Or out of my way, foul rube. I think we're going to kill him. Yeah. Okay. We can ambush them with a bow, or I can corner it. We'll ambush it with a bow. Caught in a trap. As Yali and I pad on foot over some troublesome ground, I almost jump out my skin at the sound of an almighty yelp. I turn to see my son's foot trapped in the mouth of a bear trap poking menacingly from the briar. He howls in pain. Ugh, these damn commoners, why can't they hunt out like real men? So you must press on. Leave the Son of Wolves. And ask for Masako to help. Find the trappers and cut off their heads. It's available because of the hunting grounds building. Oh. I see. I don't know if we need to do that. I might just leave them in the trap, honestly. Although our success chance is probably over 80, so never mind. Let's look for Masako. Wonderfully dressed the wounds. Got increased hunter experience, but it escaped us. Ah. Okay. Well, we tried. We're empty-handed again. We got more experience, though. We're almost level 1 in Hunter. We got some more horse experience, and we got some bow experience, and we get some more prestige, and the Son of Wolves gained glory. Cool. It's all good stuff. Right, so now we should host a feast in Iwami. Yeah. We should hold it here because we want to get the no stone unturned over there. We're going to go for prestige gain and opinion gain. It's going to be an expensive feast, and I'm going to invite the Kampaku specifically, who is not currently traveling. And it's going to be for the purposes of befriending the Kampaku. Wonderful. I'm not going to pay for that. I'm going to simply path our way around. Yeah, and then on... Oh, but we still have to go through the mountain. Never mind. Cancel it. Cancel this. I will pay for the... whatever it is. Hills. Yeah, we'll pay for the mountaineer. And we end up going through this as well, which will get us the mystic experience. Nice. Start the feast. Okay. Let's see whether he's even accepted it. Hey, he's traveling here. Okay. That's cool. Right. Kampaku has been swayed. Love to see it. Okay, they're going to love us by the end of this. There's a marriage and alliance. Okay, cool. Cheery gathering. Stomach rumbling. Hey, got us more development growth here and no stone unturned for the control growth. Fantastic. Taking much of the evening to get myself close to Kampaku Tokunaga without making it feel forced. After all, the best friendships are natural, and I want him to think this was spontaneous. The man gently dabs at the corner of his mouth with a corner of this soiled tablecloth, brushing away crumbs of flaky pastry. Just hope the next course is a bit lighter. The whole point of a feast is to provide a rich and varied culinary experience, and so far this felt more like it's trying to stuff us than excite us. Say it's a poor choice. You do realize this is my feast, or switch the subject. I'll say it's a poor choice. Okay, we got the opinion. Laudable effort. So we can say I've done a great job or my wife's done a good job. Obviously I've done a great job. Yeah, it was all me. In awe. After extensive conversation over our meal, Lady Tadoko expresses that she admires how I'm able to expound at length on any topic. Okay, get more prestige. What we'd like to see. Heavenly Delights. We get a bonus for the nice food and gets life reaffirmed for 5 years, which is a medium health boost. Okay, a toast to Kampaku Tokunaga. Definitely. Yep. He gains highly... Oh, he gets prestige, highly esteemed, and opinion of me. Fantastic. And then the celebration's over. We gain more prestige, we gain more piety, we gain some eager reveler experience. Not quite enough to get to level 1, but, you know, quite a lot. We get great banquet over here for the development growth, and Son of Wolves gains 25 glory for some reason, I guess. Okay. And then we get back. Did I actually visit this place? Let me do a thing, just to have a look. Yes, I got a tick. Okay. So that should mean that our mystic experience is up a little bit. Yeah, it's still not up at level 2, but it's up a little bit. I can ask for a pardon. He would just say yes now. I don't even need a hook. I guess that's the other way to do this. You just ask for a pardon. Like, you can just say, hey, you like me, right? Give me a pardon. Okay. Is it got a cooldown, they ask for pardon? I guess I can't look at it unless I actually need a pardon, right? No. No. That's fine. Okay. I can do local arbitration. Let's do it. I know it costs a little bit of prestige, but we do get investing in development, which is quite nice for even more development growth. And we got more development growth over here, which is good, because this is now Izumo as well. And the control growth is going up by quite a lot, so... yeah, a lot of the bonuses that we're getting are working well together. I'm invited to another grand tournament? Where? Wait, wait. Oh, over here. Oh, okay. Well, that might be something for us to go to next time. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.